So it's the day after I made my original video, and after reading all of the course material and listening to the virtual lectures, and even in the supplemental material, there was a specific piece on action research in higher education, which I thought was really interesting. I noticed that there was a really big difference than what I originally thought. I'm coming from a very basic background on research. Um, and I didn't realize that action research was so niche based, and I didn't realize that it could be based off of a topic that you see in your life, in your employment, in your classroom. I think that is so helpful, and just a a good use of time and resources. I think a lot of other research that's conducted is based off of hypotheses and what ifs and testing the limits, testing theory. And I think that this kind of research is just really action based, exactly what's in the title of the topic. It's based off of something that you see, that you would like to fix, that you would like to investigate further, to come up with problem solving. And I'd really like to, explore this further and conduct, some literature review analyses of this topic. I'm thinking of a couple different topics for higher education specifically. For a long while, I worked with online students. So I'm thinking that I would like to either work with, that demographic, come up with a, research question or idea that I want to dive further into. And I like that it can be so broad. It doesn't have to be um, very technical. And I think that it's important that this is inductive reasoning, and that was what I heard in the lecture that really stuck out to me, that it's not deductive but it's inductive. It's coming from the literature and the research that's already out there, and coming up with problems that and solutions to the problems that you're seeing in your daily life. So I think that's super important and really relevant in education. And as people who teach, we should always be learning. We should always be investigating. This is how we grow as people. And I think that action research, I'm not sure why all research isn't like this, but I think it's super important. And in order to continue educational success and to really meet our society on where it is and where it's growing and how it's developing, I think we do need to recognize the problems that are in our own employment, are in our own classrooms, are in our own control, and use the kind of research in order to come up with solutions that are, supported by data statistics. And to really look at those numbers and say, okay, what is this telling us? How can this impact me in my daily work and my daily drive? So yeah, I'm very excited to dive more into this topic, and I really liked the lectures this week, the online literature. And I'm just excited to dive in more. So yeah, that is my take on action research after reading the material.